NIO is going absolutely ballistic with ONVO marketing activities here in China, and in this video I'll be telling you the 5 insane things that will guarantee sales going forward. But here you can see this is one of their marketing events. They're giving away a lot of these special small prizes, but of course you have to do things. You gotta share about ONVO on your social media and then maybe even pre-order the card, but most of the time it's just sharing this online, letting people know, sharing in your friend group. You get these little scratch cards, and then you get like free cups or free fridge magnets, free umbrellas, all this kind of cool stuff. This specific event is on the other side of Beijing. I was told to come here as well, but it's kind of far away. This lady, she won fridge magnets, and you can tell this is a massive shopping mall. I've been to this shopping mall, and they have multiple little hangout places where you can get these scratch cards. And of course, the center of the show is here, where you have this big plaza of activity events. You can win stuff, and you can chill out, you can rest, and then you can also like play all sorts of games, win prizes as well. And it's more of just a fun, relaxing marketing activity. And of course, small gifts, very cool. Yes, they are freebies, but this is marketing, right? They're marketing. And also you get a drink as well. Very, very awesome. And keep in mind, there are these events going on all over China, right? Marketing ONVO, of course, letting people know about ONVO. Great, fantastic exposure for ONVO, letting people know how great the cars are. And of course, a ton of sales rep there as well. Now, here's a better look at the venue. This isn't going to last forever. It's just a few days here in Beijing. And then they also have it maybe at another location in another city. And this was actually a collaboration with Chinese National Geographic. So China's National Geographic, very cool event. And as you can tell, lots and lots of exposure all over the shopping mall, all different corners, letting people know. And here, once again, let's take another look at the prizes. Right, you can get bags, you can get fridge magnets, very cool. You can get umbrellas, bottles, very, very nice. Now, apart from the car being a great car, there are also 5 massive things that NIO is doing to guarantee that people do indeed pull the trigger. All right. The first and most important thing is, of course, KPI. So sales reps right now, they're paid based on the number of pre-orders they have and not deliveries, because right now the car isn't being delivered. So a customer that refunds their pre-order gets their salaries reduced, obviously. And I know this because I've seen a lot of ONVO sales reps complain about this, kind of stressed out about this online. And what ends up happening is if someone tries to refund their pre-order, they would obviously call them and then try to convince them to maintain that pre-order, to keep that pre-order, and do all sorts of tricks up the sleeve to convince them and invite them to events, all sorts of stuff to make sure that they do not refund that pre-order. And this is, of course, strategy number 1. The sales reps will try their very best to convince you to buy that car, all right, even right now. Number 2, ONVO CEO actually said that there will be a Founders Edition. If you guys didn't know, NIO's also had Founders Edition way back in like early 2018. And those Founders Edition had a special badge. You had like special privilege. For example, Founders Edition, when you buy a newer NIO, you actually get more discount than other NIO owners, right? And you get more NIO points back compared to other NIO owners. And you got some like other privileges. So he confirmed that there will be indeed a Founders Edition for the ONVO L60 for the first batch of ONVO L60 orders, probably within the first 2 months. So that means it is very worthwhile to get an ONVO L60. And what could those privileges be? It is very possible that they might give maybe 1 or 2 free swaps. They could possibly bring back free swaps, permanent free swap privilege. That would be a huge shocker, and that would pretty much guarantee a whole lot of sales. Even if it's just 1 free swap per month or 2 free swaps per month, that will also guarantee a whole lot of sales. So let's see if they do that. All right. It's totally possible that they could do that. And it's probably more than just a badge. All right, it's probably more than just a badge. So that's reason number two. The second thing that they're doing to help boost sales. Now, the number three thing that they're doing is the charging swap subsidy. So on the ONVO app, every day after you've pre-ordered the car, you can do this little scratch card, all right? And then you get varying amounts of subsidy, sometimes from like 5 RMB to like 8, 10. The max I got was 12, but you can get up to like 200, 800, 1,000, 2,000, and that subsidy gets pushed towards like charging or swapping. So you can use that for charging or swapping once you take delivery of your ONVO. And that just means that there's more incentive for you to actually go through with that ONVO order. All right, say you have like 500 or 1,000 in charging or swap subsidy. Do you want to miss out on that 1,000? Well, yeah, of course not, right? So it's in your best interest to take delivery of the car and use up that charging and swap subsidy. Number 4 is, of course, freebies. All right, free umbrella, free cup, etc. You get a lot of freebies when you pre-order the car. For example, at the ONVO event, if you pre-order the car, you get like lots of stuff, right? You get like a cup and all sorts of cool stuff. And that also incentivizes people to, pre-order the car. And pre-ordering the car, okay? So this is number 4. And then number 5, of course, the pre-order, 2,000 RMB pre-order deposit is equivalent to 6,000 RMB. So you get about 4,000 RMB off, which is roughly about, let's say, 600 to 700 US dollars off of your car purchase just by having this deposit. So this is also in your best interest to go through with that purchase and buy your ONVO L60. But the fact that this car has a freezer, all right, and it doesn't take up trunk space. It goes into the back of the car and it's submerged within the surface. There's a dedicated area underneath the trunk space for a freezer. That is going to be a huge selling point, all right? NIO doesn't have cars with freezers. On the market, you see cars with fridges, but never with a freezer, all right? So this itself is a huge selling point. This is going to be so good for campers, and campers will just love this vehicle, and just people in general. I mean, it's going to be so good for daily use. You can go shopping, and then, if you have ice cream and stuff, you can just pop it in the freezer. How great is that? As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.